So, we have 5 candidates for now. Let's see who else want to play. Hello, Lieutenant Counter, how are you? So, sorry for little inconvenience and the technical problems. I'm fine, how about you? Yeah, I'm fine too, thank you very much. Fine too. So, I don't know guys who are sorry, looking now for the stream. Do you take a look now for the first time, or do you see any other stream that I make? Counter T. Dear viewers, are you take a look the stream for the first time? Okay, so Racing Tiger is here. We have H3 Ernan, Eman, Counter, Madlam, and so on and so on. I think I played you before, Mr. FM. Okay, yeah, me too. Second time here. Yeah, okay, thanks. What do you think? Okay, we have 12 players. We can start to get a few more. Thank you. Thanks. If you will like it, please subscribe. So, Pozdrav Kasko. So, we have now 12 candidates. I can wait for a couple of more, just to get slightly more of the games and probably more fun. Of course, I would like to do my best to, not winning all the games, because it doesn't really matter. My goal is to show you, explain you, and basically try to show you how to improve. When it's gonna start? Just in about a minute. So, okay, we have one more, and if we get... Okay, so we have 12 games and we start. Now, today I would like to get some kind of the positions that will be similar, but of course they will be, I hope, some kind of the different. Now, when I say that I will try to get again similar kind of structure, I will just try to explain you basically through all of the games my thinking process based on the things that will be pretty similar from both kind of the sides. So I will just try to make very simple and let's say equal kind of the positions with white and with black. So I will start with g6 and g3 with white, just to show you basically how you can make kind of the setup which is not really great, but which is a very good start and the beginning of the position that you will get after a 10 move, for instance. So I'll just stay with the g6 and g3 with white in every single game. So I'll start with g3 and with g6, and then after e5 I would like to get my basic setup, which is bishop to g2. So of course white will get the bishop now on g2, as in the game before, and my idea is, you know, first of all to get this bishop on the long diagonal, which will be incredibly great for me. Second of all, this bishop will secure my king after I castle there on the king side, and the most important thing is that this the whole my strategy will be based on this light square bishop. So let's go for the bishop g2, let's go for the bishop g2, and after c4 let's go for the bishop g7. So again and again and again I get pretty similar kind of structures. Now here we have the position where black can try to get a few kind of the setups. First one is to get knight f6, and then we will have just the main kind of the King's Indian variation, and I'm pretty knowing what I'm doing there, because I make even a book and the videos for the Chessable there in this kind of a setup, and I really like it. But for today lesson I will try to go for the basic setup, which is d6. So now why to go for the d6 here? My goal is first of all to build up very solid position, which is based on the fact that I will try to cover as many squares as I can on my fifth rank, which is of course here, and then after that I would like to get kind of the counter attack. So basically I will push or I will allow white to push the central pawns, and then I will try to create some kind of the play against them. So let's start with the move d6. Again, let's start with the move bishop g7 as in the game before, and after e4 we have the position which is very familiar in all of the chess books. In the opening it's some kind of the mix from the King's Indian, which I explained you basically a few seconds ago, and this kind of the modern setup where black can go and hope for something else, not only for the knight f6 and then castle on the king's side. One thing that is here possible is that black can go for the e5. And now why e5? Because after e5 black wants to create some kind of the pressure on the most vulnerable square that white has here in this position, and this is the pawn on d4. So we would like to get extremely aggressive position there, and okay, we will allow white at some point to exchange even the queens if he like, but then you will see that the pawn structure that black will have will be extremely good for black. So here again bishop g2, so I'll just get and try to get basically the similar kind of the positions. You see again, all over again we just start to build the position, not trying to, you know, get kind of the initiative immediately or something similar. So d6 again, very similar kind of the position, and again d6. Knight c3 and e5 as I mentioned before. Knight f6. Now here we have first time the position which can be played by again getting the knight on f3 and then immediately stuck and start attacking the pawn on e5. But here I want to do something else. My goal is here to start attack some other pawn, because if I go for the knight f3, knight c6 will just, you know, get very nice developing move. This knight really belongs to c6, and then black will just completely get kind of the solid structure, which for me is not here entirely what I'm hoping for. I hope for something more, and my goal will be to get the knight on d2, to get the pawn on a3, and then to start immediate actions on the queen side by getting the pawn on b4 and getting the pawn on c4. And on this kind of the way I would like to be very sharp, to, you know, doesn't allow black to just build up his strong center, which is for now d5, e5. He will have to defend this center now for a few moves, you'll see. So I'll go for the knight d2, for d3 as usual, and after this I can go again for d3. It's just the same idea. So d3, and here we have the reversed kind of the structure, and again I would like to get e4. Here, after the knight f3, we have the position that some of the players like, because it is kind of the London setup, which is always very famous because many different players, even at the highest level like Magnus Carlsen, use this system because it's very nice for the positional players and doesn't allow black at some point very active position. But here I would like to show you why in the kind of the setup where I go for the d6, g6, bishop g7 without the knight on f6, I can immediately break in the center. And my goal here is to push e5, because this bishop on f4 will be immediately under attack and black will get a clear tempi. So because of that I would like to get a knight on d7, and again I would like to get for the d6, and again I would like to get knight bd2 as in all other positions. a3 as we mentioned. Here now we can start doing some kind of things by pushing e4, f4, knight f3 and so on and so on. But for the start I would like to get my knight on f3. After black close the center with d4, we get kind of the structure which is very good for white. Mainly we will aiming for the square on c4. So our goal is to secure first of all this c4 square, and then after a couple of moves to get let's say knight on this very dominant square. And in this manner white will manage to get first of all very nice blockade on the queen side, and then start even the attack against the pawn on a5. So let's go for a4. After knight f3 we'll just try to increase the pressure, and again the same kind of the strategy. So a5 to, you know, just hold on the queen side, bishop goes to a6, and now I will start with b4. Here I would like to get a knight here, and again I will try to break with e5 immediately here. c3, and now you see kind of the London setup, but I immediately can go for the e5, castle, I would like to castle, bishop c5, and now I have to be cautious, because bishop c5 is very aggressive move, and if I do something wrong, knight g4 potentially can make a lot of problems for me on the f2 square. So I would like to get the e3 immediately. Queen goes to d7, I would like to get my bishop on very nice diagonal. Again I go for this one, and I again go for this one. Now I really like so in all of my streams until this one, if anyone has taken a look, I always try to, you know, have some kind of the conversation with the audience, and if you have any kind of the questions, you know, just please write me, and I will try, you know, basically to not maybe write, but, you know, try to explain you what you want to know. So here I would like to get for the d6 again, c6, and now I can choose, do I want to get the c4 or e4? Let's go here for e4. a4, so a4 is very bad move. First of all, because in this kind of the structure where white has clear domination on the queen side, white wants to at least try to break on the queen side, and because of that it is very mandatory for white to start with a3 and then b4 and create some kind of the potential there on the queen side. If you get a position like this one and then go for the a4, you have very big hole on b4, and you completely, you know, get the control black over all of the squares on the queen side. So it means that after knight a6, black managed to control everything there. Again, the same kind of structure, and now knight goes to e2, c6, and I will immediately start to open the game there by just getting, you know, straightforward position. Here I would like to get for the f6, and here I will try to get my knight on h6 in order to get him on f5 and build up even better chances for me to get his bishop and decrease the pressure that will be obviously possible there on the queen side. So bishop goes to d6, so basically I have here the square on c4, but I don't have to get immediate kind of the attack there. My now idea will be to go for the h4 and exchange the light square bishop, which are the best, or which is the best black piece that he has. So h4 is my position great. My nick is ahoy 7. Okay, when I get to the position we'll start to take a look. So f4, I would like to take this pawn, and after d5 I'll go for the knight d2, again knight goes to a6, knight f3, knight d7, so all kind of the similar things, and here I would like to get for the knight h6, bishop goes to f4, knight goes to f6, so everything is under control, and after the d6, after the e5 I will get my knight on d2, Bishop goes to c7, where is the point? Probably to not get c5 at some point, but it's not such a scary thing for me, so I'll go for knight f3, and after knight f6 I would like to exchange my light square bishops. Hi Lord the Strong, nice to meet you. h3, please ask. Mom, and again h4, and again e5. So basically we have a lot of very interesting and similar kind of positions. Please ask, but ahoy, I don't see you still here. Oh, you are here. Yeah, your position is pretty equal. So we have kind of a structure which are basically close to symmetrical. I have a pawn on e4, you have on d5. You doesn't develop this knight from b8. I have the bishop c1 still undeveloped, so it's a kind of the equal position. h3. I have a question. Yeah, please, Lord the Strong. Just ask. Knight goes to f3, and I would like to castle. h3. Okay, not to get this one, but now I will get my knight back. d4, and now I will try immediately to get my knight on g5 to attack the bishop on e6. And here what I want to achieve is to get for a c4, castle, knight goes to c4, now the bishop is under attack, I'll just take this bishop, and I will go for knight h6 as in the game before. Yeah, I would like to get this bishop, I would like to get this pawn, and now it's clear here, you can see the position which is clearly better for black. First of all, because white somehow missed the opportunity to push e5, and the pawn on e4 is very vulnerable. So after I get my knight on c5 and rook on e8, this pawn will be under heavy attack. So I would like to get my knight on c5, knight c3, bishop goes to h6 as in the games before, and after bishop goes to f5 I would like to get h3 and not allowing bishop g4. Here I can create more potential by getting the b3, bishop b2, and here I would like to get my knight on f5 immediately. d5, my knight goes back, knight c6, I would like to cover the squares there. And here I can start developing my pieces again, so let's go for bishop g5 for instance. How to build up your own repertoire? So this is kind of a tricky question, because first of all you have to see what is really, you know, nice for you. Do you like to get some open positions, or do you like to get some closed position? Do you like more positional play or direct play? And based on that you should go for the lines which allow you to be, you know, if you like to be aggressive, if you like to get some kind of positional chess, then you should go for more positional lines. Rook e8, bishop h2, and now I have just, you know, the castle on the king side. Bishop goes to d3, and I will try to close the center immediately with c5, h6, and now I will go on d2. d4, okay, it's not bad, but now allow me just to get all my pieces there into play. b6, I'll go for a g4, knight d7, bishop b2, rook e1, and now I have 1, 2, 3 attackers, and he has 3 defenders, so I can't really take the pawn. But now I will try to switch off the strategy, and I will try to block this kind of strategy that white has and get the position with the knight on e5. So I go for the knight g4. e6 is very solid move, and now I have to find a way how to develop my dark square bishop. So let's go for the rook b1, or can I go for e5 and then f4 and start claiming that black is not getting some space. Let's start to be aggressive. Bishop goes to e2, okay. Now I can start to build up some kind of the play on the king side. I can go knight h4, I can go rook e8. Let's go for the rook e8 first. a6, I'll go for the b3. Queen goes to d2, I can just take this bishop, and here I would like to take this knight on f6. knight goes to e8, let's take this one, and here I can start getting the pawns in the center by getting d5. Bishop g4, okay, h3, d4, knight goes on f3, pretty similar kind of things, and now I can start doing some action on the king side. My idea can be also here to go for the b6, bishop b7, and I will try to get this. Abuz, hi dear Abuz, how are you? Queen goes to e3, knight goes on f6. Okay, he takes here, and now I will try to get my knight on e4. Queen goes on c8. I will try to... What can I do here? I can now start immediate actions there on the king side. I can go for the h5. I can go for the knight f3. Let's see. What should I start here? Or just go for a g4. This can be fun. I'm fine, how about you? Yeah, I'm fine also, thank you. Here I would like to develop my pieces, so let's start with bishop d7, knight e8 and d4, or even f4 can be very interesting, because I will get some kind of space and I will not allow him the c5, which will be just, you know, ordinary move. So let's go for the f4, and after a4 I will try to get a6. Bishop goes to d6, knight goes to g5 immediately to create the pressure on e6. And now f5, and I'm very sorry DJ Sensido, but you overlook knight f6, which will clearly take the queen and probably the game immediately. So a4, I can go for a b6, and on b5 I will just, you know, get my bishop on b2. Here I would like to castle, and knight d6 will run into b3. Okay, h3, knight d5, e4, I would like to take on d4, I will take a queen, and I will take a bishop. After h3, okay, we have kind of the potential to go for a play on the king side. Now, first of all, I can get my knight on c5 to straightforward attack the bishop on d3, or I can even go for h4, knight h5, which is probably even better for me. a4, and now I would like to castle. Knight c4, b takes on c4, king d7, okay, this doesn't really improving nothing, so I'll go there, I will castle, and after a3 I can go with f5 immediately, so why not? Now, first kind of things when you have the position like this one is start to clearly think about who is better. And here we have kind of the position where white has some space advantage in the center and of course on the queen side. And basically related with this, Casco find very nice plan, which is straightforward action on the queen side by creating a chances with the pawns that will move themselves forward. So b4 is very nice idea here, and it's probably the only idea that black is capable to do here, because if he starts to do some other crazy things, I will just easily break him on the king side. So he doesn't have a time to, you know, regroup the pieces or start to use some kind of positional matter by, you know, getting this knight maybe on b3 and then start slowly to improve on the queen side. Here we have very clear position where white just have to be very fast on the queen side, and white will have to defend himself on the king side, because the next move will be f5, and with f5 black will try to open the game on the king side and start attack white king. So we have a clear race. White will play on the queen side and black will go for the play on the king side. Pretty good rating of how you improve your chess. Thank you very much, but I'm not really improving in the last couple of years, because I'm mainly aiming for kind of you know, coaching, writing, and getting some content for many kind of the things, or based on many kind of the things. I'm not really improving in chess, if you mean about me. E takes on f4, here I would like to close. I was 10-15 years ago, I was second in Croatia under 18 years, and after that I really didn't go for the professional chess player. I started to work on my daily job, and doesn't really start improving from there. So I have very nice results against international masters and grandmasters. I have +10 probably in the last couple of years, but I don't really have time to play for now on a real tournaments and getting my rating up. But I'm trying to get maybe even this year at least on 2400, and then to improve from there. So I didn't ever for now start to getting the title of EM, but with time I'm really hoping that this will be possible, and as I mentioned, maybe even next year I will get a chance to play at some tournaments. Okay, here we have very interesting positions, so I'll go for the knight h3. This is completely lost, so it doesn't really mean that I will have any kind of the problems. Knight goes to d2, now I will start attacking the pawn on e4, knight f6. Do you teach chess? Yes, I do. After I probably quit with the play, I'm working with the young players here in Croatia for a number of years, and then after that I work also with many kind of the players all around the world. So basically I'm maybe even close to a half-time coach for now. Okay, bishop a5 is a nice positional move. I would like to get g5 immediately, and here after knight goes to f4, I would like to get my knight on h5. b4, b6, knight c7, knight f3, rook e8, and now I have to start getting some kind of the play. Where on the king side or on the queen side? Let's try to go for a c4 maybe, or d4 or e4. I have to decide. So let's start with the rook c1. It's a check. I'll try to disappear from there. I'll take with my queen. Okay, I'll try to escape there. Rook b1. Let's go for a b6, or can I go for maybe queen h4? Can be a very nice move. Queen f6 is also a very nice move, or queen g5 by trying to get bishop h3. I've got once a title in chess, so I remain forever or depend upon performance. No, the titles in chess are for always, and there is no way for you to lose a title. What about the h3? So I'll just want to get everything together. Here I would like to get with a pawn, and after knight b5 I will just try to control everything there on the queen side. b4, b4, bishop h3 is clearly a move which white, I think, completely forgot about, because now I can just take this pawn and probably the game is just over. a5, I'll try to get a3. Now here, in a kind of the positions that we have, like here on the table, you have to be very cautious. And now I get some kind of the position where I understand and know what is my basic strategy. But instead of getting in creative, clear patterns by trying, to get e3 and getting both of those bishops into play, you have to be very cautious what also black can do. And after the a5, in the structure like this one, b7, c6, a5, you have to be very cautious not to get a4, a3, which will be positionally very bad for white. So you have to go for a3 and create a3, b3, c4, and after a4 to be able to just break with b4. So this is a key in the kind of a position like this one. So we have some kind of nice people there in the chat. Thank you, guys. Do anyone else have some kind of questions? Okay, here I would like to get my queen out, so I can go for a bishop before, I can go for rook e1. Everything is just winning because I have a clear domination there. So here I would like to get knight c5. How to get title? Do we need to play with top chess players and won from there and then only able to get such a titles? No, in the chess today you have plenty of titles. For instance, you can have a title of so-called CM, which is a candidate master, or you can go and fight for the title like, for instance, FIDE master. This is the title that I have, and for those titles you don't have to get any kind of the norms, which means that you don't have to win against title opponents. You just have to get the rating, I think, to 21,050 for the CM and 2,300 for a FIDE master. So, and when you break this kind of the rating, then you will get the title and it will be there for always. If you start to play for the international master or the grandmaster, then you have to get the norms, which depends about the players against which you are playing, and you have to get very, very nice results against them. Bishop goes to d7 again, castle on the long side. I'll just go for the bishop d7. Okay, knight goes there, I'll go for the queen e7, bishop e4, I will take with the rook, and I will just take the bishop. And here I will for sure go for the f5 and get kind of the pleasant position for me. Bishop goes to e3 here, and I would like to exchange the queens there, because if not, then it can be at some point nasty position for me. Here I would like to castle, and after knight b5, you know, here we have again a very nice kind of the position where you can see a clear domination, the black pieces over the white pieces. Basically, because if you start seeing which queen is better, for sure it is black, rook is better than this one, this rook can go there, can take the pawn on a4, so we have a clear domination, and it means that every single black piece is better than white. And also what is very, very important to know and understand here is that we have the light pieces or minor pieces, knight and the bishop, versus the bishop and the knight. And if white has all of those pawns on the light squares and I completely block him on the dark squares, after I exchange my light square bishop for this knight on b5, he is positionally lost. Because this bishop will never get into the play when all of my pieces will create a norm attack on all of the pawns. So basically after bishop b5 the game is just positionally over. Okay, here is also, I am queen up, so, and here you know, again, I don't like here the black plan, because now he allow me to open the game in the center and getting my bishops into a play. And not only that, I'm here able to get this knight on f6, which is very solid defender for white. B takes on c5, knight goes to a3, and let's start to do some things on the king side. Let's go for the h5. Here I can go for g6, or I can take on f6. Let's take on f6 and open some squares there. And here let's go and start immediate action on the queen side, because we have time. Here I will get the rook on g5, queen goes to b6, queen goes to c2. What about my nickname is Yigica? We'll see when we will be there. So I will just stop everything there, and here I would like just to make very straightforward attack. After this one I just like to open the game in the center, and here obviously I have much better rooks than he has. Knight, let's go back here, and now I can start building some kind of the pressure by getting the pawn on d4 and then g4, f5 and so on. Why not? The rook goes there. I would like to get my knight on c5 to attack the bishop on d3, and after f6 I'm just, you know, completely winning, so I can do whatever I like. I will take even a bishop there, a5, as I mentioned before, run into b5, and here I will just take everything from him. Okay, rook is here. Now he has a bunch of other weaknesses, so queen e3, rook h5 or something similar will be here possible, so let's give him a check on e3. Knight goes to c6, I'll just take everything there. c4, I can go further, let's go for a b4, let's go for the king e7, why not? And after e5, what he wants to do here? So what if I take the bishop? I don't see why not. Bishop goes to c4, and now I can start creating some kind of a play in the center. Let's go for e5. c4, okay, and now again we have a clear results in the middle game, which will be very bad for black. So first of all, he has here only one defender, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces that will be easily getting into attack after g4 and f5. So it's basically very bad position for white. Let's take this one, and now let's get the pieces on the f file, because I can even start checking him, but it's not necessary. I can just go for the rook f1. Here I would like to get the c5, and after knight e7, white unfortunately here overlook a clear bishop on c5. So knight c5, it's okay move, but it doesn't really attack anything if I'm not wrong here, so let's go for the rook b1. Okay, queen f2, now I can just take on f2, I will take a pawn, get back, and the game will be probably over. Here I can take just the pawn on e5, because white doing nothing to prevent this. Knight goes here, and I can start to get some kind of bishop c6 to improve the position of my bishop. Why not? Okay, let's go with the rook back, queen e1, and now let's develop the knight, knight c3, and now I have to start my plan and get all in on the king side. So, what do you think that you will manage your time? Yeah, the time is obviously not my strongest side, but you know, I can just play and hope that I will have enough time. Let's go and get the rook here and get the bishop there. The rook goes on f1. Now my pawn on f7 is under attack, so I can go for the rook f8. Rook e8. Now I will get my bishop into a play and start playing for a b4 here. Okay, here I want to get my bishop into play, or I can just go for the b5 first. I'll take on e4. Queen goes to d2, my rook goes to d8, queen goes to g3, and now I can start something like queen e7, and the other rook can join the party on e8. Bishop goes there, just straightforwardly run some attack there. So yeah, now I cannot go for a b4, but I can go for the knight e4. Rook goes on e1, and I can go for many kind of the moves which I like is queen d8 probably. Thank you, Raging Tiger. If you like the stream, please just subscribe, and we see us next time. So rook d1, and I get my knight into a play by playing knight f6, rook e4, d takes on e4, a3, and I will stop everything by playing a4, knight takes, bishop takes, knight e7, bishop goes to c1. Any particular site where the title information is properly explained, as is a bit confusing? I'm not sure, but the FIDE I think should have kind of the explanation mark on all of the titles that they have. So try to go for FIDE.com and see from there what is possible to be explained. And after this one, I would like to get my knight on h7. Here, knight c5, okay, I'll get the bishop back on g2, knight goes to a4, let's go for h5, so I try to get the brutal force there. Here, queen goes to c4, it's winning for me, and here I will try to get my pieces into a play by creating maybe e3. Why not? Let's start open the game there, and if he doesn't like, I will get my bishop on d5. Okay. Okay, just take this one. Knight f6. Queen g7. I'll go here. Queen goes to e8. Now I want to get my f5. I want to get the control on the king side, so let's go for a5. Rook h4. Okay, let's start immediately with c5. Rook b1. Let's go for a g4, or can I try first to get the knight on g6? But then he will start to get kind of the knight b6 ideas. Let's go for a g4. Here just have a piece and it's basically over. And here I would like to get both of the rooks there, so I can go for the queen g7. Rook a2. Bishop h6. Knight b6, and I think that I will try to sacrifice the exchange. Here this bishop has to get there, so why not? But how to arrange these kind of things? So let's get the rook on f2 and then on e1. Why not? Bishop takes, knight takes, pawn takes, rook on f7. It's basically over. I would like just to take the pawns. d5, and now I have the upper hand again to play on the king side, so I have to just decide it how to try to break there. Let's say for the knight c5, taking the pawn on e4 if it is possible. Here he sacrifices a pawn, but he'll take this one on g6, so if I take rook takes on e5, he can take bishop g6. But if I take with the pawn, I'm not sure what he's trying to achieve. And here I would like to get the pawn there. Again, I have a very nice positional structure because he's completely dead on the light square, and this dark square bishop is very bad piece. Bishop goes to f5, so I will get everything with the tempi there, and I will get my knights back into a play by getting knight f5 and then knight g5 and start breaking something. Okay, I'll just take this one. b4 will get my knight back on d7. Knight b5 is the move which doesn't get anything there, so let's go for the rook f1, and I'll just take on e7. So basically I have everything there, and here I can go for the bishop h3, which can be very annoying for him, but I can first go just for the knight g5, because now even bishop h3 and my bishop is protected, and here I want to get the f4, which is and was my first idea. So bishop goes for e4. Now I can break with f5 and then with b6 and completely paralyze white. So f5. Why not to take this one? Why not to get the knight there? But where to put the knight? On g5 probably. Okay. Queen goes there, f5. Knight goes to g5. Okay. Have a point, but let's get this knight back. Knight goes for a d6. Now let's get the bishop back. It's a check. Rook d8, f6, bishop goes to d2, and here I'll just get the queen to b7. It's clearly winning position for me. Here I would like to take this one. Knight goes on f6. Knight goes clearly there where he will be better. And here now I have a couple of things that I should be careful here. First of all, my pawn on c5 can be vulnerable, and because of that I will first go for the bishop a4, which is I think very smart move, because it attacks the knight on b3, attacks the knight on c2, so it means that both of the knights are very badly placed, and because of that white doesn't have a chance to take the pawn on c5, which is the best possible thing that he can do, because his bishop is dead, this knight cannot remove himself, and everything depends about knight c5, which is unable to make after bishop a4. So queen goes to d2, okay, and now I can start to develop my piece. So let's go with the rook on e8, bishop goes to b7, right. Now let's start to attack some kind of the pawns. Why not to get a bishop on e6, queen goes to b7, hoping for a b5, but I don't see how this will help him, so why not to start immediate kind of the attack on the king side. Okay, bishop goes to g5, just to completely close everything on the king side. Do you remember chess opening names, as is a bit complicated to remember the names? Yeah, at some point it's not easy, but when you remember once, it will be very easy for the next time. So let's go for the knight h7, and here basically he's just lost, so he can try to do some kind of things like this move bishop d5, but he is a pawn down, clear pawn down, and he has a bunch of weaknesses which are completely enough for me to take a full point. And here we have the situation which is very, very nice for me, I hope, because again I have kind of the things that I can go for. I can take knight h3, which can be good, but I'm afraid about queen h5, so I was thinking that first I would like to get f3 check and then take on h3. Okay, here I will just break there, and here I have to find a way how to break on the king side, but I'm not clear here how I can do that. I think that f5 is possible here, so let's go and find out. Which chess opening is your favorite? And how long have you been playing chess? So I play chess for a number of years. I think that for now I play more than 25 years I think I play chess now. And my favorite chess openings are with white pieces. I go for kind of the Trompovsky setup, and with black pieces I choose the Sicilian and the King's Indian, about which I make the book and very nice videos for a Chessable. So if you like, you can take a look and see if you like it. Okay, he go for the knight e1, now I can go for the knight e6, g4, bishop goes to e4 probably, yeah, just doesn't lose a time there, and now I will break with g5 immediately, but not now. First I would like to get my king on e2. Okay, now he overlooked bishop d5, I'm pretty sure. King goes to d1, now I can get the rook on g3, king goes to g3, and now I can take knight h3, queen d2, okay, queen c7, yep, okay, king goes to e2. Yeah, we have kind of the solid setup for today, because I didn't make any kind of the real mistakes, I hope, until now. So we'll see how the game will continue. Here I would like to take on f5, because if you take with the knight, okay, I'll go just back, he'll have to go back, of course. Yeah. Rook c2, now I can take on d5, take on c2, take on g2, and I have three pawns extra, so I think that the game is just over. Okay, here after knight g5, can I go for a bishop f6 or just for the h6? h6 is enough probably. Okay, now I take this one, and here Okay, I will just get my knight back on f4. g6. Interesting option for him. Now I have queen c4 as very nice move. I assume that bishop d6 is something that I don't like. Okay, let's go first for a queen c4. It's very nice move. Now knight f5 will run into kind of a knight g6 or knight f7, because knight f7, rook f7, queen takes on e8, rook takes on e8, bishop takes on f7, it's I think enough, so there is no way for black to get this knight. Let's get the knight on f7, it is a check. Knight goes there. Now I want to exchange here my queen, because this is the most active piece that white has. Bishop takes on f4, I will take with a check on f4. Queen goes to d1, and let's get the king on g7. Do you think reading chess books are a good way to understand chess, or play a lot with understanding is a better way to improve chess? Now, what I think is the best possible way for today is to get for sure the chess trainer, because I think that now you have many players who are willing to help, and basically when you have the support in a real human, it's much easier for you not only to start but to get a clear point in every direction where you will go. Without the help of a human, with just the help of a computer, for instance, you will not get enough, I believe, because the things are not such a clear, and if you will just read books, I'm not sure if you will have enough kind of understanding to get from some point, because if you start just taking the chess books as I take in my time, you will have to start from the beginning. And if you get some kind of a trainer or someone who will help you, he can bring you to the certain kind of the level after which you will be much faster learning all kinds of things in the books, with a computer, or any other kind of the learning process. For instance, like a Chessable. I don't know if you are guys seeing this chess page, but it's just great. I make for them the books and the videos, and the move trainer that they have is incredibly good. I didn't see anything anywhere which will be even close to that. So this kind of learning is at some point also very nice. So bishop d8. Bishop d8. So it's very interesting, because if I now take on h6, he can go for a g5, and when I take on g5, he will take with this pawn, and the bishop will stay on h6. Or if I go for a g5 here, I think that this will open the game there and probably will allow me to get some kind of the initiative. Or first I can take here and then go for a g5. Let's do that. Queen goes to c2. Now I will improve the position of my queen. It's the best way how to get your pieces together. Now I doesn't want to get my bishop, so I will play bishop g4 here. I will take this pawn, and I will just take this knight. Rook takes, and now let's go for a g5. Okay, I will take this pawn. The game is probably over, and here I would like just to advance my pawns, and probably the game is again just winning for me. Okay, I have to defend my pawn. He doesn't allow me that. I'll go for the h5 or f5. Let me see. Let's go for h5 here. Let's go for the king f6, h5. I'll just get a rook there, so I will increase the pressure there on the king side. Knight goes to b3. Let's go for the f5. So you see here also black has very nice domination. So just take a look how good those pieces are and how badly placed are those pieces that white has here. He goes for the bishop f1. Now I'll get my knight on g6. I have this bishop on e5. I have my queen there to join the party, so it's probably game over. Here also I will just take everything that black has, so let's go for a bishop e6. How many moves ahead do we need to think before taking our move? It's very, very individual, and I'm not sure how many of the moves we can see, because you know some of the players can find much more moves than the others, and depends about how players how the strong is player who start calculating. But you know, we have kind of the not only knowledge, but also the experience, the ability to calculate all of those stuff, and so on and so on. But basically we have clear kind of the level of thinking for beginners, for intermediate kind of the players, advanced, and so on and so on. Takes on f6. I'm thinking that 10 moves ahead anyone can spot at some point. Queen g5, let's start to checkmate white king. Here we like to get the pawn on g3, and here I want to take his pawn on h5, which is clearly something that will be in my favor. g3, and now I want to see where to start breaking. So he has weakness here and here. Can I do something to increase the pressure? I can go always for a bishop a4 again, but this will not lead to anything because this knight just defend this knight, so I have to get kind of the attack on this pawn or on this pawn. Or I can just go g5 and f4, which looks like the best possible option for me. King goes there, and now let's start with... Can I go for f5 here? Can I go for e3 here? Maybe e3 is even better. Why are your pieces much better in the game against Bob? I don't really understand. Against Bob? You mean against Bob Lee Swagger? Against this? Jack? You see, if we try to compare the queens, which one is better? Clearly black, because this queen will attack this kind of the weakness, or this one. This queen on c2 doesn't do really nothing. If we try to compare this bishop on c6 and this bishop on e2, this bishop is on great diagonal. After f4, e3 can get very strong attack. This bishop on e2 doesn't have any square to go. Okay, he can move himself on d1, but where to go from there? He cannot go there, he cannot go there. Even though if he managed to get there, I will get kind of the compensation for that. And then also, let's try to see this knight and this knight versus the knight on e6 and on d6. Both of those knights, you see, just playing very nice. So they occupy many squares, they work together with the queen and the bishop, so they have some kind of the very nice potential in order to activate themselves. And with the next move f4, I will open the game there on the king side for both of those knights. Okay, now rook h6 is nothing. Bishop g5, and then rook g5, and then rook f6. I'm not sure which piece I want to exchange here. Do I have to exchange something? Probably I have to, because yeah, let's go for a bishop. I cannot really, I think, allow him to activate this rook, because then can be very bad for me. Okay, he cannot any kind of a chance to do that now, because I will play for the rook f2. So I can go for the rook. No, I can't really, because if I exchange this rook, my pawn will fall. So yeah, I think I have to exchange a bishop. Yeah, no problem at all. If you have any kind of the questions, please just ask. The positional kind of things are the most difficult one for anyone who start developing and growing in a chess, because the positional things are somehow very complicated, and at some point you really need to have not only the knowledge but also some kind of the experience and the level of positional understanding, as we call this as a chess players, you know, in order to get together those kind of things. So it's not something unusual. Here I would like to get my bishop on the better square, so let's go for the bishop d4, and after f3 I think this is just a mistake, because now I will get my rook on the second rank. Now the knight goes there, and he makes, I think here a blunder, because this pawn on e3 is significant weakness, and after bishop h6 I don't see how white will defend the pawn. Only knight c4, but this will run into kind of a b5, so let's go for that. And here I think that he's completely lost after bishop takes on f6, because I will have two pawns. And here can I start doing some nice things? Yep, why not? Bishop goes, yeah, and now you see f3. Rook takes on f6. Which opening gives more advantage from the opponent? Which opening gives... I'm not sure that I understand what he wants to ask. Can you please get this question on the other kind of way to explain me? Bishop goes to f5. King f2. Now you can see how big monster is a pawn on f3. So now I have to find a way how to activate my other pieces as well. So where to put this knight? Let's see. Knight f4, rook b6. Now it will be a firework. Here I can start with f5, because now I have everything together on the king side. And here after bishop f1 I would like just to take on e4, I think. Or can I go for knight e5? Yeah, I'll just take this one. I'll take this one. Let's go back. There isn't an opening that will get you a big advantage if opponent plays properly. Yeah, it's especially today, you know, when we have the era of the computers and very strong computers which are clearly on very high level. There is not many things that you will manage to achieve even against kind of the not so good opponents, because if they are prepared with the computer and if someone knows the chess theory, it will be hard to get any kind of the advantage in the opening. So basically everything depends about the play in the middle game, and we have to start from there. Yeah, you can see that I here completely miss and I lose my my queen, so I'm dead. I think he want to ask that. Yeah, me too. So basically what happens here in those games? Did I start overlook something? Okay. Nice game, Casco. So, do anyone else has kind of a question? We are here. Okay, now I would like to get knight on f6. Joe El Piso. I'm glad to know a player much better than me can also blunder his queen. Yeah, it's something that happens from time to time, and to be honest, here on those simuls, if you are not, you know, 100% focused, you just overlook one move and the game is over. So as here, it happens a lot. Yeah, sure. Even the Carlsen blunder a queen there in his game, so it's very possible. Queen c1. Now I would like to start getting my pieces on even better squares. Let's start to, no, not exchange the bishops. Let's start to attack the pawn, let's say on c4. Yep, I agree. Chess is for sure not a cumulative game. I wait for white to go for something like, okay. Here I'm winning, knight b3, what is this now? Let's start to attack the pawn there. Okay, let's see here. Knight goes to d2. Okay, can I increase the pressure now? Or where I can increase my pressure now? Now my knight here is free, let's get this knight here, start attack the pawn on a5. I'll just take the knight on f4. I'll just take this one. And here I have some kind of play. Queen goes to d6. Yeah, and here I can go for e2 check. It's not clear. Part of why I like it, you let up for an instant and an opening can punish your overconfidence. Yeah, it's the chess is also kind of the psychological game, because if you are somehow self-confidence, you can win some games which are completely deadly draw or something similar, and the opponent, because of the lack of experience, you know, just misplay them, starting thinking that you are better, and so on and so on, and basically this can happen a lot. And you can win on other things as well. So it's always nice to be involved in all kind of the chess games. Queen d3, so now I managed to get the queen on a better square, my knight will get back, those knights are completely dead, this pawn is weak, so I completely outplay him. Dear Casco, what you are thinking here? I will give you a check now. Unfortunately, Casco, I think, make a even bigger blunder than me, and now I can even take, you know, the knight, because now it's a check and I will pick up everything with a check. So you see, here is one of those funny positions where you don't have to pick up the queen, you can pick up the knight, and then it is a check, my knight will defend the rook on g2 and will attack the queen on d3. So basically this is even better than to get a queen. It's some kind of a position which you will not often see, but is very, very instructive. Queen goes to d1, okay, and now he overlook a pawn, because now when I take on c4 there is no way for him to snap taking with the knight, because the queen is under attack on d1, so he's lost now. It's my turn. He go for a b3. Now I can get my bishop on b5 and aiming for queen e2 check at some point, or I can even instantly get the queen on e2, and the game is, I think, completely winning for me. So let's give him a check there and he can resign. Yeah, you know, he's completely outplayed. There is no even a square for his pieces, bishop f5, bishop d3, or even I can just take snap taking on a5 and breaking with c4. So basically the game is just over, I think. I can do whatever I like. Funny thing, if you declined a draw earlier, maybe because I was low rated. I would like to play against you if it's possible. Yeah, sure, we will find some kind of the setup which will allow us to play. Okay, bishop goes there, let's improve the position of a king. I can also take on f1 because, you know, but this knight will not get into a play such a frequently, so I can first defend my pawn on e4 with bishop d3. Very well played, thank you very much. Okay, knight h2, so now I will try to get my knight back. Let's see how he will defend the pawn on a5. Knight g4, okay, I'll just take on g4, take on a5 and... Or can he go for a bishop d5 then? If I take on a5 and he go for a bishop d5, how I will... Yeah, it will not be so good. Let's go first for knight d6, then get the king on e5 and then go for the pawn on e5, because this pawn will never ever be getting away from there. Okay, now let's improve the position of my king. Just get a king. So the one thing that is also important in the positions like this one is not getting the opponent any kind of the counterplay. So basically it means if you have only one pawn, stay with one extra pawn, somehow reduce the possibility for the counter attack from the opponent, and then start from there picking up the material. Yeah, advanced king. Yeah. So basically, again, you see the domination. So my king against his one, clearly mine is incredibly better. Also, the knight is better than this one, and the bishop is better than this one. Here I block with my pawn, those two pawns. This pawn is one very nice, because it's this one is basically, you know, just winning pawn, because this king cannot go on the other side, and here I can make very nicely in the next c4 move again one extra pawn, which will be enough for me to get this. So probably the game is just after c4 over. Okay, here I can take on c4 as I mentioned. Now knight a5 is a move, so he has to take on c4, and then I have just one extra pawn, which will be a yeah, but here, you know what he will do. Oh, he wants to get knight c5. Okay, don't allow him that. I'll go for a bishop c2 and then b3. So I think that the game is and should be over here. Even if he takes this pawn on a6 doesn't mean anything, because b3, b2, b1 is just the queen, and I will have too much of... Okay. I should go maybe here, but okay. Just take a queen there. So, how you like today's stream? Simul is complete because, yeah, the last one just, you know, forcing resign, because yeah, it's just resignable. b2 and b1 is just too much, and if he takes on b3, I'll take with the bishop and I have a clear piece, so I can get my knight back and just advancing my 8 pawns, so it's very easy win for me. Yeah, it was great. I hope for you guys that was great. If someone didn't subscribe for now, please subscribe and be there for the next time. I think that in Thursday it will be a next one, but let's start here to create one more simul, and now I will host a simul on a 5-minute and 3-second increment. Start with random, and let's start to play against 3 or 4 or 5 people, depends about the situation, and let's start, you know, to be kind of the aggressive. So let's see how this will go. One other kind of a thing that I make here is the club that I make. It is something that you can find under community, and then you have a teams. Under teams you have Marco Makai, a learning center, so you can go also there, subscribe for this, and I will try to get some kind of you know, material there. So let's try to play against Avatar, let's play against CCOP, Kerson is here, so it's a 3 kind of a players. Let's go for 2 more and start some action there. So, do we have someone else? Omsk 80, why not? We have 4 players, we can use one more. Ed Buzz, okay. Let's start from there. F4, okay, let's go for a D5, let's go for a D4, my main weapon, D4, D4, Knight C6, G6. Bishop G5 is Trompovsky. Will be tricky, I agree, but why not to try? Okay, Bishop G4, Bishop F4, H5. Let's be aggressive now in those 3 minutes game to see what will happen. E3, I'll go for a C4 here. So let's go for a Trompovsky again. Let's go for the knight bd7 with the idea to go for the e5. Here I would like to exchange this. Here I would like to get for a bishop d3, and here I will go for the queen b3. So I would like to take a pawn there on b7. Why not to break immediately? It's a clear move for me. Yeah, Jack says that this will be tricky. I agree, but why not? 5 minutes is a lot of time if you don't just, you know, speak too much and try to play. Knight c3, e6, let's go, you know, for f3. Let's go for a bishop f5, okay. Let's go for a d5, let's go for d5, queen b3, I'll just take this one, I'll go for the knight c3, I go for the e4, so basically I will get all kind of moves there in the center. I would like to get my knight on h6 as before, and here I would like to take the knight on d6, or do I want to take the bishop, or I want to get my knight on d2. I have many kind of the moves here. Let's start with knight g2. Knight e7. Where to put the knight? On f3. Okay. Okay. Let's castle. Let's go for the knight f3. Let's go for the knight e2. And let's break with c4 eventually. So c6 is a nice move. Stop everything by playing something like this, and then go for c4. Let's go for the bishop e2. Knight goes to h4. Let's go back. Castle. Let's go for the bishop e2. Knight Okay, take on c4, let's go back, take on c4, go on f5, I think that this should be fine. And now I will try to get some space by getting the pawn on e4, c3, bishop goes to e7, knight goes back to defend everything. I will take this one, rook b8, a5, knight b6, queen goes to c3, okay, knight f3, knight f6, a6. Can I start to tuck something there? So, rook c1 will run this bishop. Okay, let's go for the rook c1, let's go for... Here I will just go for the h3, here I would like to get my a4 pawn going there. Here I would like just to castle, you know, I have a bishop pair after I take the bishop on g3. Here I can castle. Bishop goes to e3, now I can start to do some crazy things, or getting first and castle on the long side. Why not? Let's go for the queen d6. Let's go for the g4. So let's get everything there in the attack. a4. Why not to get e5 immediately, if he allow me that. Let's get this knight. No, first of all I would like to save my knight, of course. And b5, just winning a pawn, but is this something that my opponent wants? Okay, why not to take a pawn? I'm always for that. Let's push this knight back. Okay, now I will get my knight on a4 to stop everything there. Let's get my rook on d1 to prevent him to take my guy on d4. Yeah, and here I'm not on time. I'm more of the pawn there, so let's sacrifice a knight. e7. Rook c3. Yeah, I'm very bad. b6. Rook goes to c1. You know, we have all kind of things that are possible there. Did he offers me a piece back? Why not to take the piece? Here I would like to exchange the queen. Okay, let's take this knight. Let's go for the knight e5. And let's start to castle there on the long side. Bishop goes to c3, king goes to... f2. Rook c8, and now I think that b6 can be a move. Why not? Bishop takes on a1, I can take here, or I first would like to take this one. Now I will take this one, and here I can start to take this one, f5, not sure, but let's take this one. And now let's start activate our pieces. So, knight goes on b6 with the tempi, bishop goes there, let's take this one, d4, and what now? How to get the pawn back, like this one. Okay, let's take the one. Why not to take a bishop pair? And here, d6. Takes on c7, knight goes there, let's go for d4 or Now this is a tricky. Let's start with d4. Okay, let's develop the pieces. Yeah, this is very, very hard for me to do anything there, but here, you know, I start to get some kind of initiative because I have 2 pawns. Here this is close. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's not fast enough. Okay, but let's take this one. Let's go for f5. Rook goes there. Let's go here. Bishop there. Let's take there. Let's take the rook. So I have 36 seconds. Can I? Okay, do something there. Should be a draw, I think, if I'm not overlook something very, very badly. Knight goes there, so bishop goes to a6. Okay, I'll take this one. I'll go for a check. I'll take this one. I'll take the rook there. I'll go here. Let's take this one. Let's take this one. Let's go there. Let's get this one. Should be a draw. Oh, I overlooked the rook. Oh, okay. I should resign here. It's a draw, I think. c4. Okay, what about to get my knight into play? It's a draw. Should be a draw. Okay, okay. b4. Okay, it's a draw. Okay, okay. Let's take the knight there. Let's go for knight c5. Let's go for knight e6. This is just lost for him, I think. But I have to be fast. I'll take this one and I'll start, you know, to get some kind of the pieces there. Let's go for a bishop f5. Let's go there. Let's stop everything with g3. Let's go for king c3, take the pawn there, and it's a game over. Here it's a game over, I think. We have this one. We have this one. We have this one. This one. Okay. 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 Yeah, I'm a little bit better there in both of the games, so let's see what will happen there. Let's go for this one. Let's go for that one. Let's block with bishop c3. Let's take the knight. Here I think that this is the winning position. Of course, I have a piece. Yeah, this one also has to be winning because I don't see how he will. Yeah, he need many moves to get there, so it's very easy win for me. And I managed to get some kind of the positions where I was not such a okay, let's take a queen. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's a check. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we play on a few minutes, so it depends about how concentrated you are. So I will get another queen here. I'm pretty sure that this has to be good for me. Okay, it's a check, so it should be made somewhere. Yeah. Queen h2 is a checkmate, so I managed to get a win. Yeah, complete simul. Okay, let's start one more. So we go for the exhibition and we go for a tournament simul. We go for the 5 minutes plus 3 seconds increment. It was tough, but you know, I will go for the random color and let's host a last simul for today. So, how do you like this? How do you like this? On 5 minutes. Omsk is there, randoms is here, and COP. Do you want to get a rematch? Okay. Hi guys. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players, 7 players. Is this enough, I think? It's too fast. Yeah, me too. Hi. Hi, Dicky. So, okay, let's start one more fast and I'll play on 8 tables. So, and we have the guy with 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 5. Okay, let's start and see, but this will be now very, very crazy. So, let's go for the main kind of the moves and let's stick to our ordinary plans for today because there will not be as much as a time as we need to finish all of the games. I think so. We have to be very cautious. So bishop f4, I will just start to do some very dynamic kind of the positions where I will get the chance to somehow finish the game before the end, because I don't like to get into the very big time trouble there. So d6, let's stick to our main plans. Knight c3, I will not go for a c4 in those kind of situations if he didn't go for the knight f6, so knight f3, d6, knight goes to d2, it's kind of the London schemes, e6, e4, okay, here I'll go for the knight d7, I go for the, let's go for e5, let's go for a6, it's kind of the modern thing. Let's take on e5. Now you will see how the situation can be good for me if the opponent somehow doesn't free his game in time. More players, yeah, it's kind of enough for me. I'm very old. Okay, I'll take with the king on d8. Now you see I have some kind of the coordination in the center. I have a little bit better pawn structure, so we'll see. Now I will strike with b5, I will get for h3 to secure the position. Let's go for knight f6, let's just take there. So e4, now he have a hole on d4, so I would like to get for this move, let's castle there, let's go for d4 here, just to close everything. Let's go for b5, castle, knight d7, okay, e6, h3, knight d7, b3, take on d5, knight d2, c4, b4 and a5. Let's go for knight e7 immediately. Okay, bishop e2, f6 again, b4, bishop goes to b7, knight d5, a5, bishop d6, c4. Let's start opening the game there. Tournament Zcav. Hi Zcav, how are you? Bishop b2, knight goes to b6, or can I go for c5? Why not? King c7, c6, knight goes to d2, knight goes to c4. Let's go for c6, let's go for rook c1 to improve the position of a rook. Let's take on c5, now the bishop can be weak there. Now I can go for e5 immediately. I can go for bishop h6 to exchange these dark square bishops. Let's go for, what about a5 immediately to break this pawn structure. Let's go for the knight c4, let's take on h6. Let's go for the king c7, I think should be fine. Let's go for the knight c5 to stop everything there. Let's go for rook e1. Again, I think improve the position of this knight, where to put the pieces. Yep, knight e5. Okay, let's get a past protected pawn. Here, let's be tricky, go for the rook c8. Knight goes there, let's go for a c4, let's go for bishop g5, take with a pawn, get my knight on f6, because I really want to get clear pawn structure. Let's take the knight, let's go for the knight e2, and now we'll start. No, I can really go for the knight f6, there is nothing, and now I will go for the bishop h6. Okay, let's start now to advance with the pawns there. So knight e4 can be nice move here. Okay, 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 okay. Knight goes back there, and knight will get the d6 square. Here I can go for the a5, I think, or d6 first. Let's go for d6. Bishop f5, knight c3, bishop take there, knight goes to c3, take with the pawn, go for a g5, queen h4, queen goes to d5, or bishop goes to f3, why not? Here nothing is really possible for black, and here I would like to get my bishop there, maybe on g4, why not? c4, knight f4, or knight b4 is a question. Let's go for knight f4, bishop f2, knight goes to h6, okay, queen goes to b3, take on b4, take on f3, c5 probably, b6 is the idea. Yep, I'll go for the king d8, okay. Let's go for the knight e6, let's go for castle there, yep. Okay, king d8, bishop goes to a6, now I can go for the a5, and here I would like to get my king on e7, okay, why not to get c takes d, knight takes there, okay, okay. Okay. Okay, everything went fast here, so b8. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm a little bit concerned about how fast I'm playing there. Rook b8, but I think that should be enough. I will take this one, I will take this one. Yeah, now they completely outplay me at some point because I'm really slow. Rook b4, c5, h5, c takes d. Yep. I'm probably very bad there. But let's see what will happen. So I'll take this one, I'll go for the rook b3. It has to be winning, but I don't have a time. Yep. 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 Okay. Yeah, I don't have a time for those kind of things. I'm too slow. I'll have to resign this one. Ah! Yeah. Do I manage to get anyone there? I have only one. Slow 8 player with, it's just too much. You're not slow 8 player with 5-3. You know, I'm really slow. This should be much faster for me. Yeah, I have to be just much faster than I am here. So believe me, I'm really slow. No, this one is hanging. I can go for queen h4. We did it, boys. Yeah, you really completely outplay me. But here I think that I will. I have 7 lost and 1 ongoing. Can I do the record? You're not slow. Yeah, I am. Yeah, this one is winning, at least. But how are you, Zevcat? I look at your, yeah, we will play again. I take a look at your live stream that you have a few days ago. It was very interesting, so very nice. I don't think she's here. Okay. Didn't outplay, but overwhelm. Yeah, you guys play just as you need to get the advantages and the wins, because I don't have a time for so much of a game. So let's stick to 4 of games. I think that will be enough. Yeah. So let's go for a bishop d2 and then take on e5, and probably I think that I'll manage to get this one to convert, because I have a bishop pair versus a rook, which has to be more than enough to, you know, win. So now queen g4, yeah, right, but the queen is hanging, so I managed to win. Okay, Let's guys make one more for the end. So let's go for a 5 minutes plus 3 seconds increment. I'll be as random as I can be, and let's start to play only 4 games because I don't think that more is playable for me. I'm really slow. So do you have any kind of the questions? So let's have 4 players. Sticky, do you have any kind of questions, guys? Who is not playing there? Last time Andres I think is playing. CCVSG, G is... Are you playing there? I don't know. Tilky Carters, yeah, but no problem. Who tried to... Tiki, you are here, okay. We'll play. Who else wants to play? So 4 games. I'm not sure, Andres or Golden Star or... Hi. Go to the live. Yeah, we have here, you see, many games, many players. I don't know, I think that Andres plays, so Taha Masud didn't and Golden Star, let's say, didn't, but now I have 5 games. No problem. Okay, let's start with the 5 people to play and see, is this something that is playable or it's not. But let's be more, you know, aggressive, because I cannot really only stand and see what will happen. So bishop g7. And I would like to get the aggressive kind of strategy in every single game that we will have here. So basically I would like to get for d4 here. I'll go for the Matulovic gambit if he wants to take there. So I'm not afraid about getting a pawn back or something similar. Just, you know, I would like to get some kind of the initiative as fast as it is possible. e5 as in the game before. Let's just castle, and I'll show you interesting kind of a setup against this Fianchetto line, which can be very nice for you if you play the King's Indian. Here I will just close the center, d6. I'll go for a c6, queen a5 idea. So a6, I would like to take this one. Okay, as in the game before, but now I will obviously get much better position. I completely miss at some point something that happens there, so here there is nothing wrong with my position, and should be even better because I have d4 square. Here I would like to get this kind of the play against this light square bishop, and then queen a5 I suppose should be a good move here. Let's go for this one, let's go for a6, let's go for b5, let's start to be very aggressive. Let's go for the knight e7, and here I want to get my knight with e7, bishop e7. Yeah, h3 is a good move, but now can I go for bishop f5? Why not? Let's start exchanging the dark square bishop. Let's go for the knight c3, and here let's go for e5, knight e7, a3, knight d2. Let's go for knight d4. It's a kind of the aggressive way of playing. Now we'll see. Okay, I'll just take the piece if I can. b4, take on e3, go for okay, king goes to c7, sure, but c6, bishop goes to e2, knight goes to h6, take on b5. No, you just overlook a piece, so let's play knight goes to f7. Let's just castle here, and here let's start building some kind of play on the king side. I will be here aggressive because I can't really wait. Accept draw. Oh, yeah, okay, I will. It's not a problem, it's just educational video, so I will take a draw. not problem at all. Here I would like to get the b4 first. f6, f6. Okay, I'll take this one. Wanted to play g4. Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's get a draw. No problem. It's just educational video, so there is no need to, you know, do some crazy things. Let's go for c5. Let's take with the king, and after queen goes for f6. Now I can get my queen on d2. Why not? What I make here? Do I get a piece there? I think I did. 96, it's a check. It's not anymore. I'll take with the bishop. Let's go for knight e8. Okay. Knight d3 will run into knight d4, and bishop d7. Let's castle on the queen side. Knight goes to b6 and wants to get on d5. What if I take knight d5, knight d5, e d5? Eventually I will take a pawn there, so let's go for the queen d8. Queen goes to e7, let's get a king on b2, and let's get the king, no, let's get for, no. Okay. 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 Now I'll take this one. Yeah, but what? Queen d2. Okay, now this pawn is hanging. I'm a piece up, or I missed something. Okay, I'll just take a few pawns there, here and there, you know. And now I just have to find a way how to develop my pieces. So let's get a king. Now I'll just... Okay. Rook f8. I'll take the pawn. And here I'll go for the rook c1. Now I'll go for a5. There is nothing wrong with my position, and I would like to get this. So why not to get immediately? a4. Let's get this one. King c8. Okay, so I have a clear situation, and here what is possible for him to do is, I'm not sure, but if I exchange everything there, I'll be a piece up probably. Rook e5, so I want to get my AB. Rook d1, rook takes, rook c1, of course. Rook d8, king b7. Oh, did I miss something? Yes, I am. Oh, I'm very, very bad. Yeah. I'll get checkmated there. Incredibly bad. Guys, you completely outplay me at some point. Go for f5. Let's check him, not to allow him to get c3 and b4. No, 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 no. Now you miss a queen. Let's get a b5. Check. We played a bit blunder. Yeah. I managed to blunder a lot of things there. Let's go for e4. Rook f6, but now I can try to exchange a couple of pieces, so okay. King b4, so I'll go for the knight. No, I can get my king there. It's probably enough, so I'll just take this one. And now I will start, you know, getting his pieces back, and my pieces will get forward, so it's a clear win for me. I try to do my best. Sometimes it's not enough, but you know, it's okay, we play something. Let's get the bishop into a knight into play. Let's check him there. And here what I want to achieve is just, you know, b4 with everything what I like there. So it's basically a game over. Here it's also practically game over, I think, even though he has a couple of pawns there, because my pieces are I think even more active than his pieces. I just have to find the setup that will work. So my king is now not under attack, so I can move my pieces there, and here I would like just to transpose my knight to a better square, so it means that I will find kind of a thing which will be directly forward against his king probably, so we'll see. Okay, let's give him a check there. Yeah, let's take this one. Queen goes to e8, but where from there? Now I can get my queen into a play. I can try to exchange the rooks, because I think this can be the best thing for me. And here what I really like to do is get kind of, you know, a pawn for me, so I can start playing b4, getting king there closer to his pieces. And here I would like just to exchange a couple of pieces, so it probably completely winning for me. And here let him take if he like, it's not a problem. I'll take this one, I'll take this one. Now I have queen f4, which I like, so I will close everything and shut his initiative. Then I will start to create some kind of attack here and there. And here what I want to do is to get even better check, so on c4 probably. Yeah, but queen d6, and you're probably just lost. Now I will get my knight into a play. Okay, it's a check, it's a check. Where to put my pieces? First of all, I would like to get a check. Let's take this one. Let's take this one. Let's get a knight there. So c5. Eventually I'll just get a king on b3 and the game will be over. Here also there is not a checks anymore. I have a passed e-pawn. I'm completely winning. And here I have to decide which direction I want to get. Probably king c4, queen d4. The e-pawn is just a queen. Now king b3. And now I will try first to exchange the a pawns, and then convert with c-pawn or take all other pawns there on the king side. Okay. I'll just push his king, and he's very lost. I'm 1000 rating, so even lasting a few moves against you feels very good. Yeah, you play very nice. and this is just, you know, a technique which completely wins without any kind of the risk. So I'll just, you know, put his king away and then start to create passed pawns that will not be reachable for the white. So it's last simul for today, and I'm very much thank you all of you guys. Thank you, Tiki. Also, I want to thank all of you guys who participate in today lesson and in today's stream. We have a lot of fun. I hope that you guys also learned something, and that I'm probably managed to get you kind of subjects to think about. So thank you very much, Eddie Baz. Please, if anyone didn't subscribe yet, please just click on subscribe button, because it will be more of the simul and the streaming in the next couple of days. For instance, I think that the next one will be on a Thursday and then probably on a Friday. Subscribe to you. You don't even have a sub button. Oh, I have to find a way how to do that, but I'm sure that between subscribing and following. Okay, I'm thinking about following. Yeah, I'm not there to subscribing. Please just following, guys, if you can. Yeah, I think that this is the right way to go. Thank you, Jack. Thank you all of the guys, and as I mentioned, see you in a couple of days, hopefully to learn to somehow work on more than enough kind of the things that we have, and see you later. Have a nice evening and take care.